that time. Knocked flat on his back, right at the line of scrimmage. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13. And he motions the wide receiver. Third and long for Kaiser. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now it's Ajayi. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
In motion is Coates. They run again with Ajayi. And a short gain here down to the 22. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Being chased out left. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Kaiser. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And out now come the Seahawks. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
First down, Kaiser to the right side and complete to Njoku. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Kaiser on 1st down. out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is knocked down from the side. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And a catch made by Kenny Britt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
The slot man in motion right. Now Wilson on second down. Ebron caught left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson gives to Prosise on the delay. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They go read option with Wilson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Wilson. Completes it to Ajayi. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jay Ajayi, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Kaiser now on second down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now they'll run it on the toss. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
2nd down, Kaiser. And he finds a man on the crossing route. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They run with Ajayi. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Wilson going to hand it to Prosise. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Wilson hauled in by Anderson left side. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This is Ajayi, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
On third down, Wilson. Found his target. It's Anderson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's Ajayi. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And from the 3 now, it's second and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Eric Ebron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
You got him. You got him. You got him. Ohio. Here we go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Finding some room at midfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
To throw, Kaiser. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you worked on from the beginning of training camp.
Now a hit and a loose football. And he will be able to recover this himself to prevent a wacky ending here, but that will be how this first half comes to an end. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. Nice little juke. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he's got room. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And now here's a carry heading left. Into the secondary again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So it'll be first down here after the run. Wilson turns and gives to Prosise. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Wilson forced out to his left. Room here to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second down throw for Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now Kaiser. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Buying time to his left. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll hand it off to Procise. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mike Bennett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So the sack on first down there by the defense, and now it's second down. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. That's Njoku over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now Wilson on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
Kaiser to throw it this time. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back near the 42. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game. But there was a trust factor in that call, turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the first down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Back now in Seattle, Washington, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bipema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. To throw on third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Here's Brad Nordman now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. A first down throw for Kaiser. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw is Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Malik McDowell in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Kaiser, 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now he steps away, and they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And the tight end Ebron in motion. They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Dancing to his left. He finds Ajayi. That one goes for 36 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A handoff as they run the counter play. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. A second down carry for Procise. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
19.
On third down, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 40. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. They find some open field here. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And now the offense operates in the red zone. From the red zone now, Kaiser. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the 10-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. From the gun, Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bobby Wagner in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Kaiser now. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Kaiser. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game. The Seahawks offense now, they get